Hello. Hello. We're going to wait for some people to jump on here. Very excited to connect with you all today. Very excited for everyone who's going to be checking out the replay as well. I have missed you guys very much. I had a beautiful time in Egypt, and I am very happy to be home and to be settling back in. Hello, welcome. I see a few people hopped on. Feel free to say hello in the chat so I know that you're here. Oh, got a couple more. Yes, I'm still adjusting. Got a little bit of the jet lag going on still. Got a little head cold, a nice additional souvenir that I brought home with me. So I've been taking it a little bit easy since I got back. Hello, Dylan. Hello, Angela. Yes, I still have some emails that I need to respond to as well. It's been a bit of a whirlwind since I got back. So everyone bear with me as we continue over these next few days. Hello, Sandy. Oh, thank you so much. I absolutely missed you guys. Hello, Tequila Robinson. Hello, beautiful. Yes, it is so good to be back with you all. We're gonna be running this live up until my partner actually is moving in today. So when he gets here with his furniture, we'll be ending this. We have about an hour, I think, to play on here. I missed you guys so incredibly much. There are just so many changes happening, and I'm looking forward to filling you guys in about some of those changes and sharing about my trip. And who knows, we may pull a couple cards. We'll see where the energies take us. How are you guys feeling? How was your 12/12? How was your solstice? It was quite a powerful time, and of course, it's hard to differentiate and figure out what's what. You know, I was in some very powerful energies, and I've had some other very powerful energetic changes going on. So figuring out what was the portal and what just was, and what was the activation energy out there. I just had to go with it all as one, but I can say that it was incredibly powerful. And I did try to share some of those photos with you guys from the Hathor Temple. If you guys didn't see those should be in the community tab. I received some really powerful activations in that temple, and then in quite a few others as well. So I wanted to share those photos to see if you guys could tap into the energy. And there were quite a few people who really did feel the energy in those photos as well. For all of you who are hopping on, don't forget to hit that like button so that we can get this out to as many people as possible. Thank you. I'm a little rusty here. It's been a while since I've been on with you guys. But like I said, I'm just so happy to be back. Oh, Christmas was heartbreaking. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dylan. Sometimes we're in that period right now where our hearts are being busted wide open in so many different ways. And sometimes that is painful. But you have a beautiful community here, and we always love and support each other through our triumphs and our struggles. Right? Feeling better now. Yeah, it's been rough. The energies have not been gentle. They've really been pushing us to really show us what we're made of. And we've been there. The universe has been asking some things of us as well. We're really all being called to step up in many different ways. And we're really being shown, I think, through a lot of these challenges and struggles, just how incredibly powerful and capable we are. Right. But the ways and means that the universe shows us that sometimes are, like we said, not gentle. Not gentle at all. Hello, Johnny. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it has been a roller coaster. That's for sure. Hello, Serenity. Yes, I am. So this is a day full of announcements. So we're going to be talking about my trip. I'm also going to be filling you guys in on some other changes that I have going on in my life right now that are going to be very interesting to navigate as we move forward here. Yeah, there's always a lesson, right? There's always something that we can gain. And the lesson's the gift, right? A lot of times the lesson is the gift, because there's absolutely always a gift. Hello, Devante. Hello, Expanded Awareness. Yes. So what I hadn't shared with you guys before I left for my trip to Egypt is that a couple weeks before I left, I also found out that I have been chosen, I guess you might say, to steward a soul onto this planet. And so one of these little starseed children that we've been talking about is going to come. I'm going to be the portal through which it enters this planet. So that was kind of some big news. And so as I was preparing to leave for Egypt, there was a little bit of distance as well. I wasn't able to be on here as much as I wanted to because that was a really big. There was a big ask of the universe, I guess you might say, for somebody who's never had any desire whatsoever to be a parent. But when we're called, and that's how it feels. I feel as though I'm being called. And so this little soul wants me to be its mother, wants to come into this planet and experience this reality. And yeah, I mean, at this point in the journey, who am I to deny a soul the opportunity to be here, who wants to assist in this ascension process, who wants to help this planet? It's there's a contract there. And so yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey for all of us, and hopefully I'll be able to help some other parents who are bringing these children into the world. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I'm not sure how it's going to work. There's a lot of unknown variables, but this is what we talk about all the time, right? When we know for certain that something is meant to be, when we know that we're being called, we step up and we answer that call. And so essentially that's what I'm doing. I'm answering the call. And wow, I'm so like flustered and nervous even talking about it. But yeah, you guys. So she's I do believe her to be a she. We'll find out for certain in a little while here. But yeah, this child was meant to come to Egypt with me. She was meant to receive these activations with me. And this child is meant to have this community and this tribe. So anyone else who is a mother or a prospective mother or father or parent, we're all in this together, you guys. Oh, hello. Hi, Pete. It's wonderful to see you. Hello, Louise. Yes, I am. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Johnny. Yeah, so like I said, it's been difficult for me to figure out what is an ascension symptom, what is being pregnant with a starseed baby symptom, what is a 12/12 portal symptom. It's all kind of rolling into one right now. And so we're oh, thank you, Louise. And I mean, it's great to have international babysitters. That makes it that much easier to travel. Yeah. Yep. It is. Like I said, this was probably the most surprising thing that's ever happened to me as somebody who knew from the moment they understood how babies were made, decided that was not going to be my path. But our path, sometimes that's where we talk about the fated path versus the destined path, right? Sometimes our destiny surprises us. And so, yeah, it's all about practicing what we preach, right? So yes, it is. It's so great to see all of you guys. And yeah, I had wanted to do more. I had hoped to be able to do more while I was out in Egypt, but there was so much energy to move through and so much going on while I was out there. It was a really intense experience. We had a very grueling schedule while we were out there in order to be at the temples before anybody else was present, so that we were able to experience the most out of the energy. We had to wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. A lot of these temples we were present at around like 5 a.m., between 5 and 7 a.m. We actually had private showings between 5 and 7 a.m. at the Great Pyramid, the Sphinx, and the Temple of Isis. There was a major temple of Isis in Aswan that we went to. And yeah, we were very, very fortunate to be able to do that. And the temples that we weren't able to get that private audience at, we had to just make sure that we showed up first. So it was a lot of schedule stuff. We did a lot of other really powerful things as well. If anybody ever is planning to travel to Egypt, I will absolutely recommend the Quest tour group. Quest is amazing. They are a spiritual tour company. And so they were founded, they're a family business, incredibly loving, incredibly like they're our kind of people, right? And so their whole purpose is to give you that experience of ancient Egypt and to really take into account the spiritual quest. Like they kept telling us, right? This is a pilgrimage. It's not a vacation. It's not a trip. It's a pilgrimage. And so they really honored that energy as we were there, and they honored each and every single one of us. And they were just so supportive and so loving. And so, yeah, absolutely. If any of you ever decide to go, look them up and go through them because they are incredible. And of course, we had the incredible Star Wolf, Linda Star Wolf. She is phenomenal. She is the founder of Shamanic Breathwork. So we got to do some shamanic breathwork. We got to do a lot of really, really cool things. We got to do a lot of things that people just don't get to do anymore in these places. And so, I received a lot while I was there, and I hope that you guys felt that energy as well. Yes. Oh, it's so beautiful to see all of your beautiful faces. Hello, Valoria. Oh, yes, lots of snow here too. Lots of snow. Hello, Mystic. Yes. So, that was it really. Just lots of beautiful sacred energies that I was able to touch and to be a part of, and lots of beautiful ceremonies and lots of getting in touch. I think the most interesting thing about my trip to Egypt is that my goal was to reclaim more of my star heritage and more of my expanded otherworldly self. But what really happened while I was there was I was able to connect more deeply with my humanity. And I was able to connect more deeply and be more present in this experience right now, which I think is absolutely perfect, because as we move into 2022, and I am going to be getting a video about this out, hopefully at some point this week, we're really moving into that energy with this Taurus energy, which is an overriding theme, that Taurus Scorpio axis, this energy of presence and this energy of being fully incarnated. And so I'm feeling like I'm really able to touch upon that more after my trip, like really embrace the human experience that I'm having right now. And like kind of like accepting the fact that I am human, because I think a lot of us, we get so, I don't want to use the word obsessed necessarily, but we get so invested in this understanding of ourselves as something more than human that we forget about what a miracle it is to be human, right? And the fact that this is what we're here doing right now. And so getting back in touch with the humanity, right? And as we get back in touch with that, and as we become more fully rooted and grounded in that, we're able to have much more of an impact in this physical reality, right? So, that's I think what I received more than anything. Oh, you make my soul sing as well. You're so beautiful. Oh yeah, spiritual curveballs. That's a great way to put it right there. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really is like this human experience is so sacred and so precious. And it's like, we really get the benefit of that when we stop running from it and we stop trying to transcend it, right? And we just allow ourselves to be present in it. It's so powerful when we're able to do that. And so that's what I'm really in the process of learning how to do right now. And I think that being a mother is going to be the ultimate expression of really pulling me into that sacredness of this energy. It's going to be a very grounding experience. I think it's going to be interesting, but it's another opportunity, right, to template a new reality, right? Because the things that we're all doing right now, the whole point is that we do them in a way that they haven't been done before, because we're showing people how to do things differently. That it doesn't have to look the way it's always looked. And so that's sort of where my mission is taking me personally right now. And we're all going to figure out and be shown where it is that we are ready to step up and start templating a new reality, right? Where is it that we are creating something for humanity. We are showing humanity a different way to do something and really unraveling all those old storylines around the way that things have been done. Right? We're all going to have the opportunities to be the trailblazer in these different ways, and often in many different ways at once, right? Oh, thank you, Baymax. Well, thank you. It's great to see you here. Yeah, absolutely. I'm also very excited to let you guys know that before I left for Egypt, Hay House had a sale on decks. So I have a bunch of new decks for you guys as well that we get to play with. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Yes, Kim. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. 35 years old, definitely was not thinking that was the way my story was going to go. But like we said, we never, ever know. As soon as we think we know what our lives are going to look like, we're almost guaranteed. That's why they have that joke, right? Like, we make plans while the universe laughs. Oh. It's that's beautiful, Serenity. And so we're gonna experience this together. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, you're in a whole new phase, Sandy, as you move into sort of the next phase of that journey, which is very exciting. Yes. Thank you. All right. So let's see. What do we want to do? I'm actually being drawn to the Astro Star Codes Oracle. So we're going to start with this. This is one of the new decks that I got, and just see what messages or energy we have for the collective right now. Okay. So, so my due date, Louise, is the full moon in July. And so I'm not sure that she will be born exactly on the full moon. That's just, babies are rarely born on the exact due date. But that would be July 13th, which is interesting because the 13th is a divine feminine number. The moon is very feminine, right? And it will be in Cancer season, which is also a beautiful feminine. So a lot of beautiful divine feminine energy. Yes. Clear. Yes, absolutely, Sandy. That's what I hear. That's what I hear, is that it can be, because there's a huge level of trust with that too, right? When you kind of let your children go to spread their own wings, right? But I'm sure that your child, do you have a son or a daughter? Has benefited from your wisdom and everything that you have been able to teach, and will be so successful. Yes, Cancer. Mm-hmm. Most likely Cancer. Most likely Cancer. We've been laughing about it because her father absolutely does not want her to be a Leo, and if she comes too late, she will be. So, yes, a daughter. Oh yeah, I'm sure that she has benefited so much from all of the wisdom. And I'm sure that she will do just fine as she endeavors on this next phase of her life. And you on yours. That's a big chapter too, that you're starting right now. All right, let's see what energies do we have for the collective. Ooh, all right. So the first card we have out here is the moon. Speaking of, right? Hello, Candy. Welcome. Hello, Partha. Yes, so the moon, perception. And these are beautiful cards. So it's right in line. And so sometimes you have to wonder, right? Like, are the cards just listening to us, or are we tapping into the energy that's going to come out on the cards, right? It's kind of like, was it the chicken or the egg? But this is definitely appropriate for everything that we are discussing right now. So it's this level of perception, and this deepening of perception. Let's get some more cards to get more about these energies here. And this is card number 19. Ooh, we got retrograde review coming up. And ninth house exploration. Ooh, so these are some fun energies. So it's definitely that with these cards, the energies right now that we're picking up on all have to do with the ways that we can shift our perception, right? It's a very hanged man kind of energy that I'm feeling right now. So how is it that we can shift our perception of situations? And I know I'm slacking off, you guys. I know we have a Mercury retrograde that will be probably coming up pretty soon, because we have 4 Mercury retrogrades in 2022, right? A lot of years we have 3. This year we have 4. And so there's going to be a lot of this in 2022 as we are reviewing, as we are constantly flip-flopping our perception, right? We're really being asked to put into practice this practice of reviewing our perceptions, of looking at things from exploring things, right? From different angles, and really kind of looking back over. And I will also say, and there is going to be a video coming out on this very soon. I wanted to get it done before I left for Egypt, and it just didn't happen. As you guys know now, there was a lot going on before I left. It was very much an initiation in and of itself, right? Of trust, because there was a lot going on in the world before I left as well, right? There were travel restrictions. They were shutting down travel to some of the countries in Africa. There was a lot happening, and so it was. I had some sort of intense decisions to make around deciding to continue to take that trip. And I did because it felt right, and I'm so glad that I did. But it was very, very intense process for me. And so I wanted, within all of that, I had wanted to get the Venus retrograde video done, but I didn't. So that's coming out soon. But I'm feeling that with this energy too, with the review and the retrograde energy. We do have a Mercury retrograde coming up probably pretty soon, but it's that Venus retrograde that I'm really feeling. And this Venus retrograde and the energies of this are so incredibly powerful. We have Venus, who started her retrograde conjunct Pluto, right? And is going to be moving back through the sign of Capricorn, right? She's going to be meeting up with Mercury. She's going to be meeting up with Mars. She's going to be coming back and conjuncting Pluto again with Mars. And I'm not certain. I have to map this all out before I do the video for you guys. I'm not certain if Mercury is also going to be in this conjunction. It might be. I feel as though it might be, but it's at least a triple conjunction with Pluto, Venus, and Mars. And then possibly, like we said, that Mercury energy too. So it's really powerful. The initiations that we are experiencing as Venus moves through her retrograde. And so with any retrograde, just like with Mercury retrograde, when we have any planet going retrograde, we are having that shift of perception. We're reviewing things. We're seeing things from different perspectives. And so we're really getting this massive initiation when it comes to all of these energies, when it comes to our divine feminine, right? And so that makes sense with the moon energy here, because that is, like we said, that beautiful divine feminine energy. When it comes to our divine feminine energy, and yes, with Mars meeting up and getting into this mix, we're also going to be looking at that divine masculine energy as well, right? That beautiful, the feminine and the masculine. There's a lot of energies that we're sifting through. There's a lot of initiation. There's a huge initiation when it comes to our sense of self-love and self-worth, right? When it comes to our finances, when it comes to, yes, our relationships to ourselves and to outer people as well, our relationship to the material world. There's so much that is shifting and changing within us during this retrograde. And it's really giving us an opportunity to see things from a higher perspective. It's really helping us to shift and to understand where it is. Because remember, Mercury is involved in this too. So like where it is that our perceptions, right, have created discordance in our lives, where it is that our perceptions have perhaps been skewed and we haven't seen things for what they really were, right? Where it is that we have been creating our realities even from a skewed perception. So this is going to be really, really interesting, I think. And we're really being invited to explore our own psyches, to explore our own perceptions, to explore our feminine and our masculine energies, right? The interplay, how those energies interplay together, and to really just explore our consciousness, it feels like, and just see what we find there. There's so much that's been shown to us over 2021 regarding our consciousness and the exploration of our consciousness. Remember, 2021 was all about the mastery of the mind. And so we're still working with that energy. In these final days of 2021, we're getting that opportunity to look back and to really see how far we've come as far as these belief systems that we have identified. Have we been able to shift those? What is still wanting to shift, right? And what is changing in our lives as a result of that shifting of belief systems? I'm going to check these comments for a minute here. Yes, the sun just came up. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah, Mercury conjunct Saturn when Mars, Venus, and Pluto are conjunct. Okay, thank you, Mystic Hillbilly. Perfect. Yeah, so Mercury is going to be conjuncting Saturn, which is really asking us to get serious about that energy of the mind, right? To get serious about our communication. Yeah, a lot of those lessons about the mind, that's actually perfect. That's what's going to be going on. Any other energies here? Progressions, and that's so funny because that was on the bottom of the deck, journey. And so I love that this deck has a progressions card. And so this shows how we've moved, how we're shifting and changing as things move forward. Like if you get a progress chart done, what that chart does is sort of show the shifting of energies over the years that you've been alive, because our charts actually progress and change as we move through time, I guess is the way I want to say that. I don't like the phrase get older. As we move through time, right? Through this experience of linear time, our charts progress. And so there's a journey, there's a refinement, there's a maturity that happens, right? A maturation of energy. And so it's about us really moving forward, us really maturing, right? When we talked about, we brought in Mystic Hillbilly, you were talking about the energy of Saturn, right? Which is very much that it's energy of maturing. And so we're seeing our journey is progressing, right? Our journey is progressing as our perceptions continue to shift, right? As we continue to open ourselves up to explore, right? To explore the unknown, the uncharted territory. Our journey moves forward. Our journey progresses. We move forward with more of that wisdom. And I'm seeing and I'm noticing here the clock, right? And so I'm really feeling divine timing too. I'm feeling things coming, like divine timing starting to come together. And we talked about this. I don't know how many people, and hello, John. Hello, beautiful. Hello, I'm seeing everyone just popping on here. It is beautiful to see you all. Yes, we're talking about this energy too. On my Christmas post, I talked about that final square of Uranus and Saturn that we had on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, right? So we're still feeling the energies of that, and we've been feeling this throughout 2021. It was one of the major energies, and it is this energy where we've been in that energy, that push-pull energy, where we kind of felt restricted. We kind of got stuck because there was some responsibility. There was something that we desired freedom from, some area in our lives where we desired freedom, where we weren't quite able to move the way that we wanted to move, right? We were feeling restricted. Saturn was really calling us to learn the lesson and to understand the responsibility inherent in whatever it was that we had going on, right? It was like teaching us patience, right? Because the time wasn't right for us to move yet. We were still in that process of learning, right? And so now I'm feeling for many people, not necessarily just in relation to that, but in relation to something in our lives where the divine timing was not quite right yet. We're feeling that timing finally coming around. Like like the clock has been ticking. It's almost like, when you really want something and you're staring at the clock and you're just watching and watching, and it seems like time's going on so slow. It's the same thing as like when they say a watched pot never boils, right? You're waiting for the pot to boil and you're just staring and staring, right? It seems like it takes forever. But as soon as we take our eyes off the clock, right? As soon as we busy ourselves or prepare ourselves doing something else, all of a sudden it seems like things move more freely. And so that's the energy too of release, right? When we desire something, we set that intention, and that's why we release it, right? And that releases the attachment as well, and that gives it time to move. And so things that felt stuck, things that felt as if they were taking forever and that maybe just weren't coming through, it's like that timing is now coming in. That timing is coming through for people. Yeah, and then we have the first house, and it's interesting on the bottom of this, it says arrival, right? Something is arriving. Something is finally arriving. And for some of us, it's us, right? We are what's arriving, right? Because the first house, this card has to do with the self, right? With the identity, with the way that we see ourselves, that we present ourselves in the world. And so for some of us, it's like we're what's arriving. This new manifestation of ourselves, right? This new, I don't want to say improved because that makes it sound like the last version of us wasn't that great, right? And every version of us is beautiful and spectacular, right? We are always perfect and we're always exactly where we're meant to be, right? But this new version of us is really kind of taking center stage. And then we have the midheaven pinnacle under that. So I really love that energy too. Because with the arrival and the pinnacle, it's like something is really, and you see the mountains on this card too. I was noticing the mountains. So I like that pinnacle energy. It's like we're hitting that point of whatever that journey was that we were on that seemed like it was taking forever. We're hitting the high point of that now. And it feels like a real cause for celebration. I'm feeling like a real 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups kind of energy. And I love how we have Venus, which we were talking about, right? Underneath that, right? That Venus retrograde, this Venus energy really bringing us more deeply into ourselves, teaching us how to love ourselves more deeply, how to love others more deeply, right? How to love our lives more deeply. Yes, check on you guys for a minute here. How's it going? Hello, Voodoo Kitchen Mama. Hello. Yes, I love you all so much. You're so amazing. If I try to read too much of the comments, I get wicked distracted. So I don't want to go back too far and read too much, but you guys are amazing and I love you. And I like not only the way that I get to connect with you, but I love the way that you guys get to connect with each other as well when we do these lives. Hello, ABC. Yes, 144. Oh yeah, it's 144 here too. All right, what else are we going to do? We're going to pull a couple Shaman's Dream Oracles. This is another deck that I just got, a new one that I've wanted for quite some time. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's see what other energy we can get today. Clear. What else do we need to know as we close out, right? This powerful year of 2021. This powerful year of 2021. What's going on? Yeah, so this is feeling like this energy, this pinnacle energy, this arrival energy, right? And how funny is it that we have journey and then we have arrival, right? It may not be like what's about to happen. This feels very much like what we're moving into as we move into 2022. Yes, that's right. The only way is up. All right. What guidance do we have? What energies do we have for all of the beautiful souls watching this now and who will be watching this? All right. Okay. And I'm not sure how I feel about that card, but this one popped out on top and I'm definitely feeling this. So we have the Dragon's Hoard, which is protecting the future. So that's really powerful energy. And it is card number 12, right? So not only are we here to protect the future, right? We are here to create the future. We are here to influence the future. Everything that we are doing right now as we raise in consciousness, right? As we steward this new earth, has to do with the future that the future of this planet, right? That we are protecting. Like if the earth continued on the trajectory that she was on, say 15 years ago, 20 years ago, the earth would probably survive, but all the people on it wouldn't. We'll put it that way, right? And so that's so much about what this process is about, why we're here, right? And this entire ascension process, that's what it's all about, is about protecting the future, is about ensuring that there is a future, not only for this planet, but for all of the people on it. Yes. And oh yes, if are we doing Chinese zodiac right now? Yes, it is, Valoria. So it's actually funny. I'm a tiger. I was born in '86, so I'm a wood tiger, and apparently 2022 is going to be a water tiger year. And so yes, our little star child will be a water tiger. But yes, so this energy of protecting the future, that's very powerful. And I don't know, the stranger card came out with that. And I am actually kind of feeling that. I am feeling that. I was going to put it back because sometimes these cards stick together. But there's something very, very mystical and magical about this energy. He feels almost like a trickster in a way too, is the way that I'm picking up on this energy right now. So I'm actually going to take a peek here at the guidebook and see what the stranger has to say. But it's interesting. I'm feeling for some people, and I don't think we're probably going to find this in the guidebook, but I feel like there are some people in 2022 that are going to be meeting. It's like this energy of like that, like that alluring stranger, that person that you meet that just has that magnetic energy to them. It's like, and so what this is reminding me of now is that one of the most magical things I think about life is that you never know the significance that anybody's going to play in your path, right? You meet a stranger on the street and it seems like we know now and we understand that there's no such thing as coincidence, right? But sometimes it feels like there is, and we're just like, yeah, whatever. It's just a person, nothing, just another person. There's plenty of them in the world. And you may be kind of dismissive. But then 6 months down the line, this person is your closest friend, right? This person is now your beloved, right? They play they're your boss. Who knows, right? It's like we never know when we meet somebody, how significant they might be later on in our lives. We never know, like there's going to be somebody who has a significance to you. This is not for everyone, but for someone or for some of us. Right. And there's going to be this energy when you meet them, this energy of curiosity. This something about them that really draws you to their energy. And so this is also a reminder to us to never be dismissive of the connections we make or the people we meet. And this is also why it's really important that we treat everyone with a level of kindness, right? That we treat everyone, that we honor everyone as a reflection of us, right? This is reminding me also of another story. It was a story of I think it was like a man, he was a beggar or something like that on the street. And he was asking for change. And people were, a lot of people were very unkind to him, right? And so somebody was actually whoever this story was about, right? They showed him kindness. And at the end of the story, it was like they found out that this man was actually God, right? And of course, we know we're all God. But for the sake of the fable or the story, right, this man was actually God who would come down and take in human form in order to see how he would be received by the people, right? And they had no idea. All of these people just were so dismissive and walked by this person. So it's just that energy of you never know who could be significant to you later on. And then, we shouldn't treat people with kindness just because of that, but it's just that extra reminder. That somebody may find out that somebody that you wrote off or you dismissed actually plays a much bigger role in your path than you thought. And let's see what else it says here. Moving past fear of differences, curiosity, and acceptance, the other. The stranger moves through the world in a shroud of darkness that often elicits fear, rejection, and uncertainty, as the danger of the unknown defines its very presence. Yes, there is a veil of separation between you. Look closer and summon the courage to remain open to what you might find. You may be conditioned to look only for what mirrors what is safe and known to you, refusing to entertain any concept of other beyond something to fear. In order to broaden your world and your experience of it, you must refute the illusion that sameness is the only way. Nothing you expect externally matches up with the other, and you're challenged by your own inexperience, but don't miss this opportunity for learning. Something extraordinary is being offered to you now if you remain curious and teachable. Allow the newness to envelop you as you explore the possibilities. This is a departure from your expectations, but the stranger has come to invite you to dance to a new music, a new tempo, a new sensation that will add more dimension to you and what you create as a result. Now is the time to leave room for other points of view, other ways of seeing with humility and grace. This is a defining moment. Take the risk. Life is like a precious diamond with many facets, not just one. And so I really like this too, because this is the energy of like, as we are building this new future, right? As we are seeking to protect the future, right? We want the future to look different than the past, right? We want to be able to embrace the otherness, right? To embrace what is unfamiliar, to shift this energy of that humanity has fallen into of being afraid of that which we don't understand, right? Instead, we want to be curious about what we don't understand. Remember, the 9th house came out here, exploration. And under the Venus card, I didn't call it out, but the Sagittarius card came out. And what is Sagittarius energy all about? It is about exploring different cultures, exploring things that are foreign, that are alien, right? In order to understand the self and the world better. And so as we move into 2022, as we continue to create this new earth to protect this future that we are building, we really want to move into this new age with this sense of curiosity, with this openness, with this ability. Hello, Wolf Mother. Hello, Jano. With this ability to be curious, to be open, to be teachable, right? To not be afraid of what we don't understand, but instead to embrace that, to embrace the unknown in other people as well as the unknown within ourselves, right? This is how we grow. This is how we change. This is how we shift, by embracing the unknown within ourselves and the unknown within the world. Hello, Jody. Hello to everyone who's hopped on that I may have missed. Yeah, and so this is so important as we are moving forward, right? And this energy of a departure from our expectations, that is so important, right? When we can release our expectations, that's when we give the universe room to make the magic happen, right? That's where spirit has room to work. Yes, the unknown can be untapped gifts, strengths, and talents. Exactly, Candy. Exactly. And if we are afraid of the unknown, if we are afraid to embrace the unknown, then we miss out on all of that. Hello, Eve. We miss out on all of that. And I love, we always get that reminder, right? We have me talks on the bottom of the deck, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. So as we move into 2022, take that time that you need. We've had a big, powerful, energetic month, and it is still going on, all right? There has been so much shifting and changing on a cellular level, on a spiritual level, on a every single level you can possibly imagine. So we really want to be taking that care of ourselves and that immaculate care of ourselves and each other. Oh yeah, that flew right out. Card number 44. I love it. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. And that's what we talked about, right? This call. This is the call right here. Where are we being called to step into our lives? Right? To step more deeply into embodiment. Yeah, let's see. I want to read a little bit. This deck is so awesome, you guys. I got so many cool decks. It's like overwhelming actually how many cool decks I got. Yeah. An invitation to act now, to courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. Yeah. So this is that energy, right, that we've been talking about as we moved through the blue lunar storm year last year, right? Learning how to be the eye in the center of the storm, right? Learning how to become the storm. I am the storm, right? Whenever we feel that chaos in our outer lives and we start getting overwhelmed, that's our mantra. I am the storm, right? And if I am the storm, then the storm cannot toss me about, right? So how are we being called to step? This is the energy of being self-catalyzing. And this is also the energy that's reminding us, if there has been a storm taking place in your life, the purpose of that storm is to cause it to move you. Where is it that you have been refusing to move? Because God is now coming in and it is moving you. Where is it that you didn't realize that you had the strength and the power within yourself? If we have been unwilling or unable to realize that, this is where this energy comes in to remind us, to force us to call upon that. Hello, Brian. Yeah. And so I love that energy for us, that energy. Whatever's going on, whatever chaos and craziness is going on in your life right now, it is the perfect storm for you because it is helping to create these ideal circumstances for what it is that you desire. And think about it, right? How many of us have desired sovereignty, autonomy, right? To feel capable, to feel confident. This is how we create that, right? This is how those qualities are cultivated. That's why you always want to be careful what you wish for. Yes, yes. Hello, McKenna. Well, welcome. You're never late. You're always right on time. Always right on time. All right, what else do we have coming out here? We have the crossing, initiation, and gathering around the power of community. Both beautiful cards. And so this crossing card, this initiation card, this is exactly what we're talking about with the perfect storm energy, right? That's the initiation. Whatever it is that you've been going through, whatever it is that has been forcing you to call upon your strength, right? That has been teaching you how strong you really are. That has been the initiation. We're all facing our own personal initiations right now, our own personal storms. And one thing that some of these storms is also teaching us, yes, it's teaching us sovereignty. It's teaching us autonomy, right? It's teaching us how capable and strong we are. But for many of us too, it's also teaching us how to ask for help, right? It's teaching us the power of community. That's why we have this tribe, right? It's a community. Hello, Isha. You missed a bit, but it's all of it. It will all be available for the replay. I love you so much. I love you, love you, love you. Right? This energy, this power of community. That's why we have this tribe here, so that we can connect together, because we are so much more powerful together than we are apart. Yeah, you're feeling that, the initiation, Jody. Absolutely. And so it's that understanding of like, we experience the empowerment, right? And we learn to call on that empowerment. But at the same time, we also understand the power of community. And we understand how to not lose ourselves in community, right? And this is what the age of Aquarius that we're moving into is all about. When we all come together as strong, empowered human beings, as strong, empowered souls, right? But we know how to combine those energies and work together to create something even greater, right? Yeah, so really learning and understanding that power of community. And I feel like some people have actually been working with community or working in community already, And that's been your initiation, is learning just what we talked about. How to find how to hold your own in a community, right? How to not lose yourself in others. How to allow your voice to be heard, but how to do that in a way that is inclusive instead of exclusive, right? This is our challenge, right? A whole bunch of leaders coming together, figuring out how to lead together as one, right? When there's not a hierarchy, right? When we're all empowered, when we're all brilliant, when we're all talented, when we all have great ideas and beautiful visions. How do we bring all of that energy together, right? How do we work symbiotically? And we can do it. It can be done. And then I love on the bottom of the deck, we have whale song resonating. And then we also have hollow bone teachability after that. And this energy of being the hollow bone, this energy of being teachable, right? We got the stranger card, which is all about curiosity. As we move forward, we want to be teachable, right? But we want to pay attention to how we are resonating with what we are learning. And if we do have teachers coming into our reality, right? We want to check our resonance with them, right? We want to make sure that we are resonating with our teachers. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure my honey wasn't locked out. He hasn't left yet, so that's perfect. He's given us more time. Yeah. We always want to check that resonance. We want to be open-minded, right? But we don't want to be gullible. This is why we're always paying attention to that resonance. We're always fact-checking in here, right? Yeah, we can fact check out there, but remember, those facts are often skewed. We do it here. But we want to avoid that trap. And remember, this is what we've been learning right here with the nodes in Gemini and Sagittarius this year, right? Moving out of that energy of believing that we know it all, moving into that energy of curiosity and teachability, right? Allowing that room for expansion of our perspective. What was the first card we got here? Perception and review. So we want to be not only challenging everything that we're told on the outside, we want to be challenging everything that's going on in our own minds as well, right? We want to always be questioning. And I don't mean that like we feel like we can't trust ourselves at all, right? I don't mean it like that at all. But we always want to be kind of like cross-examining ourselves. We want to be playing the devil's advocate with ourselves. We want to make sure that we're on top of things and that we're not falling into that trap of thinking that we know it all, right? We want to be comfortable knowing that we're always learning. You died and chose to come back. Yeah. And that happens for that. McKenna, I just happened to catch your comment. That's a common thing for many. That energy of, I feel that for a lot of people right now, with where the earth is at and everything that's going on, souls are getting a choice. This was something that I intuitively felt a while ago. That many of us who are having these near-death experiences are given a choice in that moment that we may or may not remember of like, do you want to stay or do you want to go? And you chose to stay. Okay, and that's really powerful. You chose to stay. So thank you for that. Thank you for that, because that is really in many ways such a selfless choice. That's such a powerful choice. Because we need you. We need you here. All right. We need the awake and the aware beings on this planet right now. And sometimes it's painful to be so aware in a world that is still very much asleep, but waking up a little more, rubbing the sleepies out of their eyes a little more every day. So, yeah, thank you for that. And it is confusing. That's why we have each other. That's why we're all here to support each other, because it is a crazy, confusing journey. Yeah. And that's because you're meant to be here too, Jody. You know, it's not a mistake that any of us are here. And when we get that opportunity to choose, and we choose to be here, I didn't have a near-death experience per se, but I got a chance to make that choice when I was on ayahuasca. I felt that I was being given the opportunity to leave the planet and to go back wherever it is that I came from, right? And I chose very powerfully to be here. And it was a really powerful moment for me because up until that point, I didn't think I really wanted to be here, right? But we do. That's the thing. Even if we don't feel that way, we really, really do. We really, really did. That's why we're here, you know? And so it's just, I think it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful that each and every single one of you are here right now. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here in the grander scheme of things, and thank you for being here. Yeah, I know these cards are amazing. On the bottom of the deck here, we also have the Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. So we're really being called to adventure in 2022. We're really being called into the unknown. It's gonna be a powerful year, you guys. It really, really, truly is. And then we have overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. When it rains, it pours, right? And so there's going to be so much coming into our reality, so much that is positive and beautiful, but even the positive and so much that is challenging, right? Depending on what it is that we need in order to grow the most, right? In order to have the greatest impact on the world. Even those good things are going to feel possibly very overwhelming, right? But we never take on more than we can handle. We never take on more than we can handle. And it is very much this energy here under this too, right? We have those straddling worlds, wandering between realms. And it is going to be this balancing act, right? As we have one foot in and one foot out. One foot in the new earth, one foot in the old, right? One foot in the old life, one foot in the new life. It's an interesting paradox. But that's why we have each other to navigate this journey, right? Thank you, Wolf Mother. Thank you, all of you. Yes. Right? I love that serenity, right? You chose, what did you say? You chose powerfully twice to stay after asking to go. Exactly. We think we know what we want until all of a sudden the opportunity presents itself to leave. And we're like, wait a minute. No, I want to be here right now. I chose to be here, right? It's like we forget that we chose. And sometimes we need that reminder. Because it's a little bit hard for us to conceptualize, right? When we're down here sometimes, because it can be so painful and so confusing and so chaotic. Like we forget that we chose to be here. And it's so beautiful when we remember again, right? Unless you change and become like the little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. And that's why we have that energy of working with our inner child, healing our inner child, reconnecting with our purity, right? With that beautiful childlike energy within all of us. That curiosity, right? Curiosity, that's the word of the day, I feel like. Yeah, exactly. We made it this far. We're not going anywhere now. We're seeing this through. Chosen ones choose themselves. Absolutely, Pete. I love that. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, Dylan, we're so grateful that you're here. I do love you. I love you and appreciate you so much. And I did, like I said, it's been a whirlwind, but I will be, I expect an email from you later tonight. Clear. Yes, exactly. Masculine, feminine, inner child. Yes. Naivety among wolves is the highest compliment. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Do we want to do anything else? And of course, we still got the 9th house on the bottom of the deck, that exploration. Do we want to do anything else to close here? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're going to close with a Star Temple Oracle. See what closing guidance we could get. Oh, that's all right. That's all right, Valoria. It's all going to be in the replay. Do not worry. That's beautiful, though, because you were in the moment, right? You were out in the snow, in the elements, experiencing what it means to be alive, right? And I think that's absolutely beautiful. That's what we're meant to do. I think a lot of times, like, it's so important that we connect with each other, right? But it's also so important that we have those moments where we are disconnected from technology, where we are simply present in the moment. And like in that moment, right? As you were playing in the snow, and I'm picturing you making a snow angel or something like that, right? What were you feeling? I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would say that sense of childlike exuberance and wonder, right? So it's like those little things that we can do that really help us to tap into our inner child, that help us tap into that sense of playfulness, that sense of innocence. You drew the sun. Oh, beautiful. All right. And it was, what was it? 2 days ago now, the birthday of the sun. All right. So we have the Huntress coming out, Quest. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. So a lot of that, right? We've got the adventuring energy. We've got that energy of being wild and free. But understand, right? She's wild and free, but she's not without direction. See, she's got that bow and arrow, and she is narrowed in on a target, right? This says the quest. This is the Huntress, right? So she has her sights set on something. She has her sights set on something. So what is it that you are setting your sights on? Right? Where is your bow and arrow aimed? And we know we moved through Sagittarius season into now, we're now in Capricorn season, right? And so this is where we really take action and take those constructive steps toward what it is that we desire. But whatever it is that she has her sights set on, whatever it is that she has her eye on, there's a sense of freedom that comes with that, right? It's allowing her to be free. Whatever she's moving towards, whatever it is that she's hunting, part of her quest, part of the reason for that is to experience this increased sense of freedom. And then we have Acopius the Seer, visionary. I chart the stars, signs, and symbols to craft magic. So this is really, I mean, these two cards right here, together, they're really telling us to be very precise with our creations and our manifestations, right? Crafting, the quest, the Huntress, the Seer. So really working with this energy of intentional manifestation and creation, right? Working with the energy of magic, creating magic, crafting magic. This is also paying attention to the signs and synchronicities and the messages from Spirit. And he has a crow on his shoulder. And I know I've been seeing a lot of crows lately. Oh, thank you, Jody. Oh, you're so sweet. So the crow may be a messenger for me, and maybe a messenger for others as well, right? But it's paying attention to what it is that you're being shown, the messages, the signs, like we said, in synchronicities, the guidance that you're receiving that helps you to stay on course, that helps you to stay focused, right? And make sure that the arrow hits its mark. And this is also, I'm being reminded, since I got back from Egypt, I have been, oh, thank you, Louise. You're so sweet too. Oh, you guys are amazing. And hello, Martin. Welcome. I've been dreaming every night. And I'm somebody who never dreamed before. I mean, I won't say never. I assumed that maybe I dreamed sometimes and I just didn't remember it. Every once in a while, I would remember a dream, but for the most part, I had no conscious recollection of dreams 99% of the time when I slept. And since coming back about halfway through my trip to Egypt, and now every single night, every time I start dozing off, I start dreaming, or I start having visions. I start seeing things. So it's been really interesting. I don't know if that's a byproduct of going to Egypt. I don't know if that's a byproduct of my pregnancy, possibly, and the little starseed child within. I'm not if it's a combination, but it's definitely interesting. I feel much more activated as far as the pineal and as far as that dreams. And so I may not be alone there. I'm feeling like there's probably quite a few of us who are becoming more, this visionary aspect of us is becoming more activated, right? So pay attention to that. Pay attention to your visions. Pay attention to the guidance that you're being shown. Yeah. And that's great. On the bottom of the deck, we have the universal midwife birth. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. And so we talked about this. What is your sacred assignment right now? What is spirit asking you to birth? What are you being called to birth into this world? Right? You may be given a vision of that. And you're being asked to really set your sights once you know what that is. Yeah. What is your sacred assignment? Unofficial live chat moderator. What I don't even know what that necessarily entails, Pete, but I would be interested to learn more about that. Yes, she was in Egypt with me, Valoria. It was very powerful. Yep. I think that's one of the reasons that she came in right now was to be in that energy. I mean, she hasn't even fully entered this planet yet, and she's already been to one of the most powerful and sacred sites in the world. Many of the most powerful and sacred sites in the world. So that's pretty impressive, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you guys are doing a really good job, but if the benefits of having an official mod, definitely let me know if anyone is interested in doing that and what that would entail. I'm still learning all this stuff. I'm still learning all this stuff. I also do know, though, that Louise has taken on a lot and she's had to learn how to step back from some of that. So I wouldn't necessarily want to put that on her. Anyway, if that was more than she wanted to take on, I want to make sure that she would hold those boundaries with herself. Yes. My dreams so far, it hasn't been anything really that's stuck out that much. If I have any that seem really powerful that I feel really want to be shared, I will absolutely fill you guys in at that point. So far, they've just been dreams. And a lot of them have even just been like sort of like my subconscious kind of working itself out. Like I think that we have a few different types of dreams. We have prophetic dreams. We have dreams where we actually are communicating with somebody, right? Somebody in a different dimension, somebody who's transitioned from this life, so on and so forth. Dreams where we're actually astral traveling and going to different places. Maybe we're going and we're viewing remote viewing people. There's lots of different things like that we do in dreams sometimes. And then we also have dreams that I think are just our brains literally working out all of the crap that's circulating within them all day long while we're sleeping. And I think that's what a lot of my dreams that I've been having have been about. It's just really fun that I'm remembering them because, like I said, that rarely used to happen for me. And I think it's definitely a sign that the pineal gland is becoming more active, which is beautiful. All dreams are prophetic, maybe in their own way. Maybe, I mean, they should. A lot of them show us what's going on in our subconscious, which is true. And we do manifest from our subconscious, so they can be prophetic in that way, I suppose. Let's say, oh, hello, Care. Happy holidays. Beautiful. Oh, happy holidays to all of you guys. You guys are beautiful. I'm so glad that we got to share some time together here. And yeah, like I said, there'll be more videos coming up in the next few days. I'm still kind of nursing this cold a little bit too. Still trying to catch up from the jet lag, all of that different stuff. Hello, Skip. Hello, Stir the Pot. So yeah, there's a lot going on, but I have a whole list of videos that I know I need to get out, and we will be doing the new moon manifesting ceremony on the new moon. Hello, Abigail. So yeah, all of the things are back in motion, and it's been beautiful connecting with you guys. We're gonna be doing the Sunday lives, of course. From here on out, once again, unless otherwise noted. So yeah, I think that's it for announcements and stuff right now. You guys are beautiful. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Hello, Ancient Player. Hi. Oh, I feel bad now getting off. It seems like a whole bunch of people are just hopping on now that we're getting ready to end. Hello, Sajo. Yeah. I mean, I didn't recall my dreams most of my life, so this is something new for me. And it's every time, I mean, not even fully asleep. Every time I start to doze off, I start dreaming. So it's definitely a trip. Yeah, so much love and gratitude for all of you guys. For everyone who's just hopping on, definitely check out the replay. It's been beautiful just having this moment of reconnection, and yeah, we're gonna take it from here. We're on a journey together, you guys. We're on a journey. We're starting a new chapter. I appreciate each and every one of you and the role that you all play in my life. Oh, hello, Amber. Hello. I'm dreaming for two. That could be what it is. It's so funny too, because she doesn't talk to me all that much. She talked to me the first day that I found out, I think because she wanted to make sure that I kept her. And since then she talks to her dad quite a bit. But and now that she's got me where she wants me, she doesn't really bother or worry about me too much anymore. So we'll see how that continues as time progresses. But she just wanted to make sure I did what she wanted me to do. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate you so much. So much love to each and every single one of you. This whole chat is full of mods. Oh, well. Okay. Subconscious is female, conscious male. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's perfect. That makes perfect sense. I like that. I like that definition of it. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, I have been falling asleep like that now too. I haven't been sleeping very well through the night, but I have been falling asleep much more easily than usual. So that's been really fun too. I can definitely start playing around with that lucid dreaming, which I've always wanted to do. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She has a very playful energy, Valoria. I did feel that. A very playful, very lighthearted, playful energy, which I think is going to be beautiful because you guys may not know because I joke around with you guys. I have fun with you guys a lot, but I can tend to fall more into that more serious kind of an energy and mind state. So it's always helpful to have people around that help me to lighten up a little bit. Oh, I love you guys so much. Oh, I love you, Louise. Love you, Pete. Yes, right? I know. I was getting ready. It's probably, oh, thank you, Wolf Mother. It's going to be public knowledge pretty soon. So I was like, I have to get on and I have to let my tribe know before anybody else. Hello, Letty. Hello, Empress. Yes. About the 2/22/2022. Oh, you want to know something funny about 2/22/2022, Louise? One of my closest friends has is pregnant right now as well, and her child is due on 2/22/2022. That's her due date. Other than that, I know it's going to be powerful. I know the 2/2 portal, 2/2/2022. I feel 2/2/2022 and 2/22/2022 are, of course, going to be very connected energies, right? Because they hold that same patterning of numbers. And I do know that the 2/2/2022 is also when the Pluto return happens for America. When Pluto returns to 27 degrees of Capricorn, where it was during the American Revolution. So I know that that's going to be a powerful date, and a powerful initiating a really powerful process of transformation for this particular country, and probably for the world, right? Because there's a lot that is sort of reflected in the energies and sort of what happens here on the world stage. So it's definitely going to be interesting. I don't know much more about the 2/2 energies yet. I have, like I said, I've been slacking in a lot of ways. I've been thinking about that 1/1 portal, Pete. I know and that's coming up fast. We may not have time to get a video out for that before it happens this month. But I have been thinking about the 1/1 and the 2/2 because those and the 3/3, they all really mix together. We talked about in the 12/12 portal video how the 1, 2, and the 3 portals this year are really going to be continuations of that energy. And they're all connected and sort of building together. That 2 is feeling that feminine energy very much, feeling that masculine energy, really working with our inner masculine through the 1/1 portal, and really working with that beautiful divine feminine through the 2/2, and then the combination of those energies with that 3/3. But yeah, no, the 2/2 energies feel very significant this year. Yes, hello, Tiny Moon Goddess. Absolutely do watch that replay. Check it out. We've been on here for a little bit now, so I am getting ready to sign off. And yes, absolutely, Wolf Mother Louise. Thank you for your beautiful donations. I think somebody else donated as well. Yes, Jody, thank you. You guys are amazing. Very much appreciated. Oh yeah, the Pluto return, that's huge. That energy, I mean, we've been seeing it building, right? Like what we're not just talking out our asses here. Like there is change afoot. Things are shifting, things are happening. It's going down. It absolutely is in the biggest and the best way, right? So we're seeing it even lined up in the stars right now. There is changes afoot, you guys. Shifted so much in a little time. Yeah, that's right, John. You are absolutely not alone, and it is only the beginning, right? But it is such a beautiful journey. So absolutely, I'm so glad that you've been experiencing those shifts and those changes. And I'm so happy that you're here and that you've found a tribe that can help you to navigate those. So happy to have you here, my brother. I'm so happy to have every single one of you here. Every single one of you. Yeah. All right, you guys, I am going to sign off here, I think. But I appreciate you. I love you. I am so grateful for you. And I hope that you all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful now moment. For some of you, it's day. For some of you, it's night. For some of you, it is the crack of dawn. I believe it is over in Australia right now. Yes, never, ever alone. You are never alone. All right. I want each and every single one of you to know that. Yes. Much love to each and every single one of you. I appreciate you so much. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we could do that live. Yeah, why not? That should probably work. I'll get in touch with you later today, Pete. Once I get some things figured out, we could actually do it because next Saturday is the 1st, right? It's so hard to keep track of what day it is and what's going on right now. It's linear time is becoming more and more challenging for me as time moves forward. But I love you guys. And yeah, I appreciate you. You are such a huge part of my life, and being connected to all of you brings me more joy than you will ever know. And so we're going to continue on this journey together. We're stepping into the unknown more and more deeply every single moment, right? Yeah. All right. Yes, I love you too. You're all absolutely incredible. All of the compliments that you give me, all of the beauty that you see in me, I want each and every one of you to remember that, like, that exists within you. If it didn't, you would not be able to recognize it in me. And so honor that within yourself as well. I honor that in each and every single one of you. You are incredible. Have an incredible day. Really take these last few days of 2021 to do just what we talked about, right? To see from that different perspective, right? To see deeper, to really set those intentions, those firm intentions for, hello, Rebecca, those firm intentions as you move forward into 2022. Because we are crafting our reality, right? Sometimes we get thrown some curveballs, right? There is that element of destiny involved, right? But we are still crafting our reality. So we really want to look at what we've learned, how we've grown, how we've shifted, and where it is that we're ready to go next. And above all, surrendering to that process. Yes, oh, Candy, I love you so much. I love you all so much. You're so incredibly beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, yes, absolutely. Pause the chat and play with your kids. That's beautiful, Eve. That is absolutely beautiful. It's yes, I love that. I love that. Play with them, get into that energy, right? Let them take you back into that beautiful, playful state. That innocence, that purity that we were talking about, it's so important. And kids are such a beautiful way to access that. They really, really are. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I've never really been a kid person per se, right? Like I've never been the person who wants to stop and look at people's babies, who wants to play with children. I sometimes have a difficult time connecting with my own inner child. So it's going to be really interesting having a child. I know these things. I know that they help us to do these things, and I've become more appreciative of them, but it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a journey. But I think that that it really is going to open me up to more of my own inner child. And I think that really needs to happen. And I think that it's beautiful when we're able to do that. Like, children do give us such an incredible gift. And so I'm looking forward into being able to recognize that and to connect with that. Hello, Rebecca. So many thanks to you as well. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. Mwah. So much love. So much love.